What's going on, guys? We are back once again, and we are going to finally be talking about Legends of Tomorrow. I believe we are in season 6. Yeah, season 6. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just get into it. Now, it was supposed to be, as a recording of this, it was supposed to be coming out Monday, but it will be coming out tomorrow, which would be Tuesday. I had some things going on, so I was unable to watch it. So, overall, what was your what did you think of the season? Let's go that route. First of which, this season was interesting. It was interesting and weird and everything. Like, we all know how Legends of Tomorrow can be. Now, overall, if you guys saw it, what were your thoughts? I'd like to know. But again, we all knew certain characters were going to be leaving and other characters were going to be introduced. Now, I will say some things I liked this season, other things that didn't. The whole alien thing was at times stupid, and at other times it was entertaining. And the idea of Sarah becoming a clone alien hybrid is... I really don't know how to feel about that. I mean, at one point it's cool, and the other point it's not. And we gotta talk about the villain. I mean, there's so much to talk about with this season. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start off with the villain, Bishop. He was probably one of the most annoying characters in this season. He was probably one of the most annoying villains that I've ever seen in the Arrowverse. And that says a lot. Because there's been a lot of characters or villains that has been in the Arrowverse that either you just can't stand. And he was one of those you wanted to just knock out because he was that annoying. He was. I mean, he was. He was really annoying. And to the whole point of figuring out, oh, hey, guess what? I want basically Sarah Lance for myself to be the perfect woman in my eyes. So that way I can create a clone army of her. So that way I can... it just be me and her to take over the human race. And that's what he was wanting. And finally, after everything, they finally kill him, but it was in a weird way. And Sarah, I will say the whole thing with Sarah, again, it was weird. But at the same time, seeing her become an alien hybrid and being able to heal and all the other things we know about Sarah, that was cool. Her and Ava getting married, I think that was probably one of the best marriages or ceremonies that we saw within the Arrowverse. The first probably two that would be really good in my opinion would probably be Oliver and Felicity's wedding, and then Diggle and his wife's. So that was probably the top two. But we also got to talk about my boy John Constantine. Matt Ryan did a fantastic job yet again the whole entire season, trying to be a legend, but then going back to his almost old ways, but also developing a relationship with Zari. Or, well, I'm gonna try to say this because the one that plays Zari, absolutely love her. She does an amazing job playing two different versions of the character. So we got high maintenance Zari, and then we also have our other version of Zari. Tala Ashi, she does such an amazing job at playing Zari, and I love it. But the version I like is the version that, likes to eat the donuts and plays video games and does this and does that. Like, I like that Zari. Like, I think the reason why I like that Zari a lot better is because she was the very first one. So, I like that version. And with one developing a relationship with Nate, finally confirming it, and then being able to come out and spend time with only him and the Legends, and then the other one having a relationship with John Constantine and trying to understand that. That was interesting, but then at the same time, John having to leave the team, well, dying, and then leaving the team as he is because he knows he cannot be part of a team because of obviously the way he is. So again, it does fit the character, and I was a little pissed off that they killed him off, but then I realized, okay, they're not going to kill him off that quick because he's one of those characters, he always finds a way back because, again, he's John Constantine. So we also got to think on, of course, Mick. he went through a lot this season, finding out he's going to be a grandfather, then hooking up with another alien. Our boy, he keeps getting with aliens, and it's hilarious. But this alien probably really does suit him, Kayla, and then having 48 children with this alien, and now it's going to be human hybrids or alien human hybrids. And Dominic Purcell even said in recent in an Instagram post that he was not going to be returning for another season due to, I guess, the way he wrote off his character makes sense. So now Sarah's going to be the only one left of the original group. Katie Lutz is going to be the only one left, which does suck. So technically, we lost 2 characters that are going to be leaving the season. Now, I will say, picking up the character Spooner, I wasn't a fan of her. I was not a fan of this character, and then finally she kind of grew on me. And I know Legends and other shows have that type of feel where they want a character. They bring in a character, you really don't like them at first, and then they kind of grow on you. And that's what kind of happened. She kind of grew on me. And finding out that, yeah, she can hear alien voices and being able to, kill aliens, but then finding out that she's from a different timeline or a different part in history, and then figuring out her mother never died, and she was killed a certain way, and all this other crazy stuff, and her being connected to something, and having powers and everything. It was interesting. It was interesting to figure out her lineage, so to speak, as well as also where she came from, and her wanting to stick with the Legends at this moment in time. Also finding out that Gary is an alien, which was, it was stupid but funny. It was funny stupid, if that makes any sense, because I felt like the writers really put themselves in a corner at first, and then once things started kind of unfolding a little bit, it kind of worked to a certain degree, because again, it wouldn't be the first time the aliens have been introduced, or different species of aliens have been introduced within the DC multiverse. But again, there has been certain times where something works. Now, the one with the animated episode, that was a letdown. The one where they were kind of like, I want to say it was in the 60s or 70s, with kind of like where they're working at that meat shop. That was kind of a letdown. Like the very first 5 episodes was a major letdown, and then figuring out what was going on, and also trying to figure out what the aim of Bishop was, and why all these aliens were coming to Earth or different timelines. And then of course Sarah wanting to propose to Ava, and then wanting also to come back, and then they finally find Sarah. Sarah was gone a good majority of the season, and then returning to the group, and then also learning about this character Kayla, who was supposed to be with Gary, but obviously them two didn't get along, and then them two coming back, and then coming to the realization that her and Mick were a good fit. So, and again, I am more of a fan of other Zari, but the whole thing with Zari's brother, I just can't see his place in this, man. He doesn't have that much of a huge place in this team. I mean, he really doesn't, if you want me to be blunt. He doesn't have a good majority of the team. I mean, yeah, he picks up the slack a little bit, but that's pretty much all he's doing is pick up the slack. So I don't know how much longer they're going to have him still be in the show. And where we're going into season 7, I can't see Legends going on much longer. Season 7 may be their final run. It won't shock me. Season 7 just may be their final run, because if Katie Lutz has had enough as playing Sarah Lance, then it's done. I mean, I'm sorry. You can't continue without Sarah Lance. You can't. I mean, because she's the head lead of the show now. She's been the head lead of the show for a while. I mean, everyone loves Katie Lutz as Sarah Lance. I do. She's one of my favorite characters in the Arrowverse. Then bringing on Matt Ryan as Constantine was amazing, bringing him into the Legends, and then also finding, the character Nate, and then also Zari, and all them. And those are the characters that I love. I mean, to be honest, I really don't care about B-Rad. I really don't care about Spooner too much. Astra, she had her own little arc in this, no longer being Queen of Hell and learning from John in the wrong way after he tried to go to the fountain, and unfortunately not being pure enough to be able to restore his powers, and having to teach her how to become a sorcerer, and then she finally does learn, and so now they got a sorcerer back on the team by the end of the season. And then also now knowing that John is no longer be part of the team, so now they'll need a sorcerer, and at the same time, they'll have someone they have with alien powers, and then of course an alien hybrid and a clone, and then two ones that have the gems that can use wind powers, and then also of course Nate, with his powers. So again, they have a good team, but at the same time, it's just really interesting of so many characters that leave over a certain amount of seasons. So again, I cannot see them going very long anymore, because now that the majority of the original cast is gone, I can't see the show going on for too much longer. All the other shows are pretty much are done. Supergirl is done after this final season. Batwoman, again, to my knowledge, is going to be done after season 3. Black Lightning is done. Arrow is done, of course. Flash is going down like a ship, like the Titanic. And Legends is, I would say, barely holding the reins right now for the Arrowverse. They are barely holding the reins. Superman and Lois are kind of helping them hold the reins, but I don't know how much longer they're going to keep going. So I may do another video on that. But again, Legends season 6, 1 out of 10. I give it a 5. I think that's fair. There's things about it I liked. There's things about it I disliked. The ending kind of has me wondering what exactly is going to happen. It makes me wonder why another version of the Wave Rider destroyed the current version or whatever version have you. I would say the present version. So again, I got this weird feeling it could be someone that took a hold of the ship or something. I don't know. But what did you guys think about Legends Season 6? I'd like to know down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, also about subscribing, leave a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are enjoying your Labor Day weekend. Keep safe out there. If you guys know what to do, leave a big fat like on the video if you enjoy it. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leave a comment down below what you guys thought about it. Also, click notifications so you guys are notified every time I upload, and I'll see you guys on the next one.